My name's Dafydd Hughes. I'm here with famous new media artist Jeremy Bailey. Let's start by getting some background about how you ended up as famous new media artist Jeremy Bailey. I mean, presumably you were Jeremy Bailey and then media artist Jeremy Bailey maybe, and then famous new media artist Jeremy Bailey?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I mean, it's a long story, but the short version of the story was a friend of mine and I were at an opening, and he suggested, I think I was joking that I was, famous, but famous in like a tiny, like upstate New York City or something like that. And then he said, you should put that on your business card. And I was like, no, I should put it on ballpoint pens and hand them out like a businessman. And then it really worked with the satirical ego that I'd been building up until that point, this persona that I was building. It was like so over the top. It made me laugh. And with most things that make me laugh, those are the things that excite me. I put it in play. And then it just turned out to be a really good idea for like SEO. So that a lot of people end up on my webpage when they're looking for famous new media art. And then it stuck. I think it just became part of the brand ultimately. And I've worked in advertising and sort of branding my whole life. And my father was an advertiser, so I sort of think around in those terms, and it became this way of like sort of doing something boldly different than anyone else would do. Like the average artist apologizes on their CV or on their website or in general, but they all have these huge egos, including myself ultimately. And my work's really about being self-reflective about my sort of white male privilege in some way, and being self-critical. And so it was a way of doing that in one line, like they always say, like, in one line, position yourself as a brand. That was the perfect positioning statement, kind of. So yeah, there's a longer story there, like how it built up. It certainly did start with me just being regular artist, but I was playing this character, and I didn't know how to distinguish that character from the real me. And this, like, just saying this was the famous me versus the real me became the way eventually. But yeah, credit goes to Stephen Cato. I don't know if you know Steve Cato. He's like a local musician, and him and I were at like an AGO First Thursdays, one of the originals, when it happened, as these things go. Yeah, long answer. Sorry, short story.